What up, YouTube? Informatory Product back again with another informative video. Okay, for the record, this is not legal advice and it's not intended to be. Okay, only for educational and research purposes. All right, to all my 308 subscribers, I'm gonna need your answers to the question that I impose at the end of this video. Okay, it's gonna be really good. Let's see what I have on the screen here. It's the powers and duties of national banks. Okay, 12 U.S.C. 95A. Regulation of transaction of foreign exchange of gold and silver, property transfers, vested interests, enforcement and penalties. Okay, regulation of the banking business, powers and duties of national banks. 95A. Regulation of transactions in foreign exchange of gold and silver, property transfers, vested interests, enforcement and penalties. Okay, 1. During the time of war. During the time of war, the president may, through any agency that he may designate, and under such rule and regulations as he may prescribe, by means of instructions, license, or otherwise, A. Investigate, regulate, or prohibit any transactions in foreign exchange, transfer of credit, or payments between, by, through, or to any banking institution, and the importing, exporting, hoarding, melting, or earmarking of gold or silver, coin or bullion, currency or securities, and B. Investigate, regulate, direct, and compel, nullify, void, prevent, or prohibit any acquisition, holding, withholding, use, transfer, withdrawal, transportation, importation, or exportation of, or dealing in, or exercising any right, power, or privilege with respect to, or transactions involving any property in which any foreign country or a national thereof has any interest by any person, or with respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, and any property or interest of any foreign country or national thereof shall vest when, as, and upon the terms directed by the President in such agency or person as may be designated from time to time by the President, and upon such terms and conditions as the President may prescribe, such interest or property shall be held, used, administered, liquidated, sold, or otherwise dealt with in the interest of and for the benefit of the United States, and such designated agency or person may perform any and all acts incident to the accomplishment or the furtherance of these purposes, and the President shall, in the manner herein above provided, require any person to keep a full record of, and to furnish under oath in the form of reports or otherwise complete information relative to any act or transactions referred to in this subdivision, either before, during, or after the completion thereof, or relative to any interest in foreign property, or related to any property in which any foreign country or any national thereof has or has had any interest, or as may be otherwise necessary to enforce the provision of this subdivision, in any case in which a report could be required, the President may, in the manner herein above provided, require the production, or, if necessary, the national security of defense, the seizure of any books of account, records, contracts, letters, memoranda, or other papers in the custody or control of such person, any payment, conveyance, transfer, assignment, or delivery of property or interest therein made to or for the account of the United States, or as otherwise directed pursuant to this section, or any rule, regulation, instruction, or direction issued hereunder, shall to the extent thereof be a full acquittance and discharge for all purposes of the obligation of the person making the same, and no person shall be held liable in any court for or any respect to anything done or omitted in good faith in connection with the administration of, or in pursuance of, in reliance on this section, or in any rule, regulation, instruction, or direction issued hereunder. As used in this subdivision, the term United States means the United States and any place subject to the jurisdiction thereof, provided, however, that the foregoing shall not be construed as a limitation upon the power of the President, which is hereby conferred, to prescribe from time to time definitions not inconsistent with the purposes of this subdivision for any or all of the terms used in this subdivision. As used in this subdivision, the term person means individual, partnership, association, or corporations. Okay? So anytime they, using the word persons, if it's dealing with any agency, they're referring to either four of these. Okay, this is where they're getting their powers from. Okay, they're allowed to do all of this, but only during the time of war, right? Any agency, correct? Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Index of United States government department and agencies. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Department of Transportation is an agency. All of these are agencies. HUD. Okay. Like it says, through any agency that he may designate. Any agency. Okay. Department of Commerce, agency, through any agency. Through any agency, they are allowed to transfer, assignment, or delivery of property or interest therein. Guys, you see this? Should national banking is in here somewhere. You guys do your own research on the agency. So here's the question. If the president through any agency can enact any one of these provisions, okay, during the time of war. So the question is, if the war was over with, would they still have all of these? Would they still have the power to regulate or enforce all of these provisions? Right? Clearly it states during the time of war. They could do all of this. They have the power. So if one was to omit this section out of the United States codes, would they then still have that power to regulate all of these provisions? Any payments, Would they still be able to do all of that? Would they still be able to investigate or regulate transportation if we was not in war? So therefore this section would have to be omitted for them to not have all of these powers. Okay? Well, let's go here. Voila. The question is, do they still have power and duties of national banks? Since 95A, 95B has been omitted. Please answer that for me, guys. As of July 15, 2022, it is in effect. Peace out. May peace be your atmosphere always.